It's a quiet thought, one that often comes in the still moments after a checkup, a doctor's warning, or maybe just a morning when you feel a little more tired than usual. You push your fork around, wondering what's safe to eat, what might be too much, and whether food, something that used to bring you joy, has now become another source of worry. Before we get started, I'd love to know where you're joining me from today. Drop a comment below and feel free to ask any questions you have. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a health-boosting tip from Home Nutrite. If you're living with kidney concerns or simply trying to protect the health you have, you're not alone. And no, you're not overthinking it. The choices we make at every meal truly do shape our strength, our energy, and the life we get to live, not just in years, but in moments. Moments with your grandkids, afternoons in the garden, laughter around the dinner table. Protein often gets misunderstood, especially when it comes to kidney health. Maybe you've heard you need to cut back. Maybe you've been told it's risky, but here's the truth. It's not about cutting out protein. It's about choosing the right kind of protein. The kind that supports your muscles, protects your energy, and takes care of your kidneys at the same time. And yes, you can still enjoy food. Delicious, satisfying, joyful food. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to Home Nutrite. This is where we talk about aging with strength, with spirit, and with purpose. We're glad you're here. It's easy to think of protein as something for athletes, bodybuilders, or those in the prime of youth. But the truth is, as we age, especially after 45, protein becomes more important than ever before. Why? Because your body is changing. Slowly, quietly, and steadily, we begin to lose muscle mass. It's called sarcopenia, and it's a natural part of aging. But without enough protein, this process accelerates. And when muscle fades, so does strength, balance, mobility, and confidence. Think about the small things. Lifting groceries, standing from a chair, climbing stairs. These are the movements that give us independence. Protein supports those muscles that carry you through your day. But it doesn't stop there. Protein helps your body repair itself. From skin to cells to your immune system. It helps keep blood sugar balanced, supports mental clarity, and provides lasting energy. And if you're managing chronic conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, or yes, kidney disease, protein becomes not just essential, but strategic. When it comes to kidney health, protein gets a bad reputation. Maybe your doctor told you to cut back. Maybe you've read articles warning that too much protein could harm your kidneys. And that's not entirely wrong. Too much of the wrong kind of protein can be harmful, especially if your kidneys are already compromised. But here's the empowering truth. You don't have to give up protein. You just have to choose it wisely. See, not all protein is created equal. Some sources are harder for the kidneys to process. They contain high levels of phosphorus, sodium, or saturated fats that can add strain where your body needs relief. But other sources, they're nourishing, gentle, and beautifully balanced for your body's needs at this stage of life. What's even more encouraging is that the right protein can actually help you protect your kidneys, not just avoid damage. Protein helps maintain lean body mass, supports healing, and gives you the stamina to stay active, whether that means a morning walk, gardening in the backyard, or dancing at your granddaughter's wedding. Let's not forget the emotional side of food. Meals are memories, they're comfort, they're connection. You deserve to enjoy what you eat without fear or guilt. When you choose the right proteins, you're choosing joy, freedom, and vitality on your terms. So let's shift the question from how little protein can I eat to what kind of protein gives me life. Because after 45, the goal isn't just to survive, it's to thrive. If you enjoyed this video, comment 1 to let me know. If not, comment 2. Your thought mattered to me either way. You might remember Sunday mornings filled with the smell of eggs sizzling on the stove. A familiar comfort, maybe scrambled with a little cheese, or folded into a warm golden omelet. Eggs are part of our culinary memories, but for those watching their kidney health, the yolk can become a point of concern. Here's the good news. You don't have to give up that comforting start to your day. You just need to turn to the part of the egg that brings the strength without the strain, the whites. Egg whites are pure, high-quality protein. They contain none of the cholesterol, virtually no fat, and far less phosphorus than the yolk. For kidney-conscious eaters, this makes them a dream food. They nourish your muscles without overloading your system. They're also low in sodium, naturally fat-free, and incredibly easy to digest. But the benefits go beyond the lab tests. Egg whites are a gift for your routine. They're quick, versatile, and gentle on the palate. Perfect for those days when you want to eat light but feel strong. You can enjoy them in more ways than just scrambled. How about fluffy egg white frittata muffins, loaded with sautéed spinach and red peppers? Or a protein bowl with seasoned egg whites, a scoop of quinoa, and avocado slices for healthy fats? Want something sweet? Whip up banana oat egg white pancakes with cinnamon and vanilla for a naturally sweet, satisfying breakfast. If you're watching your appetite or energy levels, egg whites are also great for small meals. A warm egg white and veggie wrap with a whole grain tortilla can be the perfect light lunch. Add a side of fruit, and you've got a meal that feels complete without feeling heavy. Portion-wise, 2 to 3 egg whites per day is a smart, balanced intake for most people with kidney concerns. It's enough to support your muscles and energy without tipping the scale toward overconsumption. And remember, quality matters. If you can, choose organic or pasture-raised eggs. They tend to have higher nutritional value and fewer additives. And don't forget the emotional benefit. There's something deeply comforting about sitting down to a warm, familiar plate that also supports your well-being. In that simple act, eating with care, you're showing up for yourself with love. Egg whites aren't just a food. They're a quiet reminder that even small, thoughtful choices can have a powerful impact on your health and happiness. There's something timeless about chicken. It shows up in our favorite comfort meals, the recipes passed down through generations, and the smells that linger from a slow-cooked Sunday dinner. For many of us, chicken means home. It means warmth, nourishment, family. But when you're paying close attention to your kidney health, not all parts of the chicken are created equal, and not all cooking methods serve your body the way it deserves. Skinless chicken breast is one of the cleanest, leanest sources of animal protein you can add to your plate. It's naturally low in saturated fat, free from added sodium, and rich in high-quality protein. Protein your body can use to maintain muscle, support healing, and keep you feeling energized throughout your day. So, why skinless? The skin is where most of the saturated fat lives, and too much saturated fat can increase inflammation, add stress to your heart, and over time, compound kidney strain. By removing the skin, you're choosing the best of both worlds. Flavor and function, and portion matters. A smart serving size is about 3 to 4 ounces, roughly the size of a deck of cards. That's enough to nourish but not overload. Remember, when it comes to kidney health, balance is everything. Baking is one of the simplest, most effective ways to lock in moisture. Rub your chicken with a teaspoon of olive oil and season with fresh herbs. Think rosemary, thyme, garlic powder, and a squeeze of lemon juice. Skip the salt. Let the natural flavors shine. Cover with foil and bake at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 to 30 minutes. And you'll get chicken that's anything but dry. If you love the grill, go for it. Just brush the grates with olive oil and use low-sodium seasonings like smoked paprika, onion powder, and cracked pepper. The key is not pressing down while it cooks. Let it sear. Let it stay juicy. Want something cozy and gentle? Try poaching. Simmer your chicken in low-sodium broth with a bay leaf and parsley. It comes out tender and delicate, perfect for shredding into a salad, soup, or wrap. Or try something new. Make a kidney-friendly stir-fry. Sauté sliced chicken breast in olive oil with zucchini, carrots, and a splash of lemon juice. Serve it over cooked quinoa for a meal that's full of texture, color, and satisfaction. But beyond the nutrients, chicken breast offers something deeply emotional. It's familiar. It's flexible. It's food you recognize, food you trust. That matters. Because food isn't just about biology. It's about memory, joy, and the comfort of knowing you don't have to give up the things you love to stay well. So the next time you're meal planning, think of skinless chicken breast not as a restriction, but as a resource. A lean, clean, and comforting way to keep your strength, your independence, and your peace of mind. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this: the gentle sizzle of fish hitting a warm pan, the scent of lemon and herbs rising into the kitchen air, and the comfort of a meal that feels both light and satisfying. Fish has a way of grounding us, of reminding us that healthy food can still be soulful, nourishing, and full of life. For those managing kidney health, fish isn't just a great option, it's one of the best, especially when you choose the right kinds, in the right amounts, and prepare them with care. Fish is a high-quality, complete protein. That means it gives your body all the essential amino acids it needs to maintain muscle, repair tissue, and build strength, without being heavy or hard to digest. But what makes fish especially powerful is what it adds, and what it doesn't. Unlike some red meats or processed proteins, fish is low in saturated fat and often lower in phosphorus depending on the variety. More importantly, many types of fish, especially fatty ones like salmon, trout, and sardines, are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. These special fats help reduce inflammation, lower blood pressure, and support heart health, which is especially important since kidney disease and heart disease often go hand in hand. But let's not forget about joy. Fish is a food of tradition. Maybe you remember a loved one pan-frying tilapia in a cast iron skillet, or grilling salmon over a backyard barbecue. Food isn't just nutrients, it's nostalgia, it's family. And with fish, you get to keep those memories close and feel good doing it. So what types of fish are best when your kidneys need extra care? Look for low phosphorus, lean, or moderate fat options like salmon, wild caught, if possible, tilapia, cod, trout, whitefish. These fish provide robust nutrition without overwhelming your kidneys with excess minerals. Try to avoid smoked, salted, or canned varieties packed in brine, as those can be very high in sodium and preservatives. Aim for about 3 to 4 ounces per serving. Again, roughly the size of a deck of cards. 2 to 3 times a week. That gives your body all the benefits while respecting the balance your kidneys need. Now, let's talk preparation, because this is where fish truly shines. Baking is your best friend. Lay a fillet on parchment paper, brush it with a little olive oil, and season with garlic, lemon zest, and herbs like dill or oregano. Bake at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for 15 to 20 minutes until it flakes easily with a fork. Clean, flavorful, and beautiful. Grilling, perfect for summer evenings. Just lightly oil the grill. Season the fish with black pepper, paprika, and lemon, and grill 4 to 5 minutes on each side. It gets that golden crust without losing tenderness. Steaming is ideal when you want something gentle and easy to digest. Add ginger slices and a splash of lime for flavor without salt. For a fast weeknight meal, pan-sear your fish in a teaspoon of olive oil. Let each side crisp for 3 to 4 minutes. Top with fresh parsley and a squeeze of lemon. Done. And if you're feeling adventurous, try a lemon herb baked salmon served over a bed of quinoa and roasted veggies. It's a dish that feels like a celebration, and one your body will thank you for. The beauty of fish is that it supports both your kidneys and your spirit. It allows you to enjoy real food, real flavor, and real connection. It reminds you that health doesn't mean giving up the foods you love. It means embracing them in smarter, more meaningful ways. Because every bite can be a step towards strength. Every meal can be medicine. And when that medicine tastes this good, it's something worth looking forward to. What if we told you that one of the most powerful ways to protect your kidneys, fuel your body, and live longer isn't found in the meat aisle, but in the humble soybean? Tofu may not carry the same nostalgia as a grilled steak or a roasted chicken, but it holds a different kind of magic. It's the quiet kind, the kind that supports your health without fanfare. The kind that surprises you, not just with how much it can nourish, but how deeply satisfying it can become once you give it a real chance. Let's be honest, many people hear the word tofu and immediately think bland. But bland isn't a flaw of tofu. It's a sign of its potential, because tofu doesn't show off. It absorbs, it welcomes flavor, it transforms. For kidney-conscious eaters, tofu is a gift. It's a complete plant protein, meaning it provides all 9 essential amino acids your body needs, just like animal proteins do, but with a lighter touch. It's low in phosphorus, contains no cholesterol, and is much easier on the kidneys compared to red meats and processed proteins. Beyond that, soy foods like tofu, edamame, and tempeh are rich in isoflavones, natural plant compounds that have been shown to reduce inflammation, lower bad cholesterol, and even improve vascular health. That's heart and kidney health working together, all in one tidy block of bean curd. A smart serving size. About half a cup of firm or extra firm tofu per meal provides around 10 grams of high-quality protein. And if you're new to it, don't worry. Tofu is easier to work with than you think. First, press it. Wrap your tofu in a clean kitchen towel and place something heavy, like a skillet, on top. Let it sit for 15 minutes. This simple step removes excess water and allows flavor to soak in beautifully when cooking. Bake it with olive oil, garlic powder, turmeric, and smoked paprika. Pop it in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 minutes, flipping halfway. You'll get golden, savory bites that are perfect for salads, wraps, or even snacking straight from the tray. Stir-fry it with sesame oil, low-sodium soy sauce, fresh ginger, and your favorite kidney-friendly veggies like bell peppers, snow peas, or spinach. The result: a quick, colorful meal that feels as vibrant as it is nourishing. Craving comfort? Try a tofu scramble. Crumble it into a hot pan with olive oil, turmeric for color, and a sprinkle of nutritional yeast for a cheesy flavor. Without dairy. Add sautéed onions, mushrooms, or zucchini. Serve with whole grain toast or wrap it in a warm tortilla. If you're looking for something light yet filling, toss grilled tofu cubes into a quinoa bowl with roasted vegetables and a drizzle of lemon tahini dressing. It's satisfying, colorful, and loaded with the kind of nutrients your kidneys will love. Tofu isn't just a protein, it's a blank canvas for creativity. And when we choose foods that nourish and invite us to experiment, we connect with our meals on a deeper level. We stop eating out of habit or fear and start eating with joy and purpose. You may not have grown up eating tofu, but that's the beautiful part of aging. It's never too late to try something new, to open a new chapter in your health story, or to fall in love with a food that supports your future. There's something undeniably comforting about a spoonful of cool, creamy yogurt. Maybe it's the smooth texture, the slight tang on the tongue, or the way it feels like a small treat that doesn't come with guilt. Whatever it is, Greek yogurt has become more than just a food. It's a quiet form of self-care. And for those looking after their kidneys, it can be a surprisingly powerful ally. Greek yogurt is different from regular yogurt because it's been strained to remove much of the liquid whey. The result? A thicker, richer texture and nearly double the protein content. That means more support for your muscles, immune system, and energy levels, all in a small, manageable serving. But it's not just about protein. Greek yogurt is also a natural source of probiotics, those friendly bacteria that support gut health, digestion, and even mood. That's especially important for older adults, since gut health tends to influence everything from immune response to inflammation levels. When your gut feels good, your whole body tends to follow. Now, when it comes to kidney health, there's always a balancing act with dairy. Greek yogurt does contain some potassium and phosphorus, but in smaller amounts than many other dairy products, especially if you choose low-sodium, plain varieties. The key is moderation. Stick to about half a cup per day. That's enough to provide valuable protein and nutrients without tipping into excess minerals that could burden your kidneys. But here's where Greek yogurt really shines. It's adaptable. It can be the start of a bright morning or the sweet ending to a long day. Craving something fresh? Try a Greek yogurt parfait with a handful of blueberries, chopped strawberries, and a light drizzle of pure honey. It's cool, satisfying, and naturally sweet. No need for added sugar or artificial flavors. Looking for something savory? Stir in a bit of minced garlic, chopped cucumber, and dill, and you've got a kidney-friendly version of tzatziki that pairs beautifully with grilled chicken or veggie sticks. It's flavor-forward, refreshing, and perfect on warm afternoons. Need a boost between meals? Blend Greek yogurt into a smoothie with unsweetened almond milk, half a banana, and a spoonful of ground flaxseed. You'll get protein, fiber, and healthy fats in one smooth, energizing glass. Want to cut back on heavier ingredients in your meals? Use Greek yogurt as a substitute for sour cream or mayonnaise in recipes. It gives the same creamy texture without the added sodium or saturated fat. What makes Greek yogurt so special, beyond nutrition, is the experience. It's the simple pleasure of a cool spoonful on a quiet morning. It's the feeling of doing something gentle and good for your body, without it feeling like a chore. It's that little pause in your day where you say, I care for myself. So the next time you open the fridge, reach for a little cup of strength. Let it nourish you. Let it soothe you. Because Greek yogurt isn't just creamy, it's kind to your kidneys, to your body, and to your spirit. You're reading the newspaper, watching the sunset from the porch, or maybe just taking a pause between errands. That's when your hand reaches for something to snack on, something satisfying, crunchy, and comforting. What if that simple habit could support your kidneys, your heart, and your energy all at once? That's the quiet power of nuts, These little nutritional gems are packed with plant-based protein, healthy fats, antioxidants, and essential vitamins. They provide long-lasting fuel without the crash. And for those looking to protect or manage kidney function, the right nuts, in the right amounts, can be a true gift. Not all nuts are created equal when it comes to kidney health. Some, like cashews and peanuts, contain higher levels of phosphorus and should be eaten with extra caution, especially in advanced stages of kidney disease. But others, they bring all the benefits with much less concern. Top kidney-friendly nuts include macadamia nuts, creamy, low in phosphorus, rich in monounsaturated fats, walnuts, high in omega-3s, support heart and brain health, pecans, antioxidant-rich, mild and buttery. These nuts provide gentle nutrition without overwhelming your system. Plus, they're incredibly versatile, perfect for those moments when you want something small, wholesome, and full of flavor. A smart serving size is about a quarter cup, a few times per week. That's roughly a small handful, enough to feel satisfied, not overfull. But nuts are more than just a snack. They're an experience. There's something grounding about cracking a walnut, slicing a crisp apple, and sitting down with a thoughtful little plate. That kind of mindfulness doesn't just benefit your body. It calms the nervous system, supports digestion, and reconnects you with the present. You can sprinkle chopped nuts over Greek yogurt for a texture-rich breakfast. You can blend them into a smoothie with almond milk and cinnamon for a protein-rich treat. Or make your own kidney-friendly trail mix with unsalted macadamia nuts, dried blueberries, and a few dark chocolate chips. If you love spreads, try natural, unsweetened nut butters like almond or macadamia. Spread a thin layer on whole grain toast, or enjoy with apple slices or celery sticks for a snack that's both classic and healing. Worried about sodium? Just make sure to choose raw or dry roasted, unsalted varieties. Many packaged nuts are flavored with extra salt or preservatives that can strain the kidneys, so the cleaner, the better. And here's something beautiful about nuts. They're easy. They don't require preparation. They don't spoil quickly. You can keep them at your desk, in the car, or in a small container in your purse. They fit into real life, just like good health should. But maybe most importantly, nuts remind us that taking care of ourselves doesn't have to be big or complicated. It can be as simple as choosing a better snack, one that feeds not just your hunger, but your intention to live well, with ease and balance. Sometimes the future of your health begins with something ancient. Quinoa, a tiny seed with a mighty legacy, was once called the mother grain by the Incas. Grown in the high altitudes of the Andes Mountains for thousands of years, it was treasured not just as food, but as sacred sustenance. And today, it's proving itself again, this time as a kidney-friendly powerhouse for modern living. For those over 45, especially anyone living with or managing kidney concerns, quinoa is a rare and valuable ally. Unlike many grains, quinoa is a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to maintain muscle mass, support energy, and aid in recovery. That's a big deal for aging bodies, where muscle loss becomes a real concern. Even better, quinoa is naturally low in phosphorus and potassium, making it far gentler on the kidneys than other protein-rich grains. It's also gluten-free, high in fiber, and rich in magnesium and antioxidants, offering support not just for the kidneys, but for heart health, digestion, and blood sugar control as well. Let's talk practicality. How much quinoa should you eat? About half a cup to 1 cup of cooked quinoa per meal is a good range. It provides around 8 grams of protein per cup, plenty of fiber, and enough bulk to make any dish feel hearty and complete. And the best part? It's endlessly versatile. Start your morning with a warm bowl of quinoa porridge. Simmer it with unsweetened almond milk, cinnamon, and a touch of honey. Top with fresh berries or a few chopped walnuts, and you've got a breakfast that feels both indulgent and healing. For lunch, make a cool quinoa salad. Combine chilled cooked quinoa with diced cucumbers, cherry tomatoes, fresh parsley, and lemon juice. It's light, refreshing, and perfect on a warm day. You can even add grilled chicken or tofu for a balanced, satisfying meal. Looking for dinner inspiration? Use quinoa as the base for a nourish bowl. A colorful plate filled with sauteed veggies, a protein source like baked fish or beans, and a drizzle of olive oil. The grain absorbs flavors beautifully, and it gives every bite a slightly nutty, grounding taste. Want something cozy? Try stuffed bell peppers filled with quinoa, onions, mushrooms, and herbs. Bake until tender and serve with a side of steamed greens. It's comfort food reimagined, with all the warmth, none of the heaviness. What makes quinoa special isn't just its nutrition profile, it's its story. It's a food that stood the test of time. A food that has sustained generations of people living in harsh, high-altitude environments. People who needed strength, resilience, and vitality to thrive. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? In many ways, choosing quinoa is an act of wisdom. It's a way of saying yes to the nourishment of the past while honoring the needs of your future. It's the perfect fusion of tradition and progress. And in the quiet moments, when you're cooking dinner just for yourself or sharing a meal with someone you love, quinoa brings more than just protein to the table. It brings intention. It brings peace of mind. It reminds you that even in a fast-paced world, the simplest foods still have the deepest power. Sometimes the quietest foods are the most underrated. Cottage cheese doesn't often steal the spotlight. It's not flashy. It's not trendy. It might even remind you of cafeteria trays or 1980s diet plans. But don't be fooled. This humble, lumpy little cup of dairy holds more nutritional power than you might expect, especially if you're managing kidney health. Cottage cheese is a high-quality protein source, rich in essential amino acids that support muscle maintenance, repair, and daily energy. It's soft, easy to digest, and satisfies hunger without heaviness, a combination that makes it especially valuable as we age. But here's what sets it apart. Unlike many other cheeses, cottage cheese, especially low-sodium or no-salt added varieties, contains less phosphorus and sodium, making it a safer, more kidney-conscious option for dairy lovers who don't want to give up their creamy indulgences. For older adults, particularly those watching their kidney numbers, this matters. It means you can still enjoy the richness of dairy without the stress of pushing your phosphorus or sodium limits too far. A good serving size? About 1/4 to 1/2 a cup per day is just right. It gives you about 13 to 15 grams of protein with minimal impact, as long as you check the label for lower sodium versions. But let's be real, on its own, cottage cheese isn't always exciting. That's where creativity comes in, because with just a few simple touches, this forgotten fridge staple becomes something worth savoring. Start with the basics. Top your cottage cheese with fresh berries, a pinch of cinnamon, and a drizzle of honey. The creaminess pairs perfectly with the sweetness of fruit and the warmth of spice, making it feel more like a dessert than a health food. Prefer savory? Mix in chopped cucumber, tomatoes, and a sprinkle of black pepper. It's refreshing, crunchy, and light. Great as a snack or part of lunch. Add a splash of lemon juice or fresh herbs like dill or chives for extra brightness. Want something heartier? Spread it on whole grain toast with sliced avocado or a poached egg. The balance of protein, fiber, and healthy fat makes for a meal that keeps you full and steady all morning long. For those who like dips and spreads, try blending cottage cheese with fresh garlic, basil, and a touch of olive oil. It becomes a creamy, protein-rich dip you can enjoy with veggie sticks or crackers. It's a healthier spin on ranch or cream-based dressings, and your kidneys will thank you for it. Cottage cheese is also a powerful ally for days when appetite is low or energy is lagging. It's soft, cool, and doesn't require much effort. Just open, spoon, and enjoy. Sometimes health is about ease, and this is one food that makes eating well feel simple again. But perhaps the most surprising thing about cottage cheese isn't its nutrition. It's how it feels. There's something comforting about a food that's soft, familiar, and gentle. It doesn't demand much. It just shows up, does its job, and quietly helps you stay strong. So maybe it's time to reintroduce this quiet hero to your plate. Not because it's trendy, but because it works. Because it fits into a lifestyle where nourishment doesn't have to be complicated, and strength doesn't have to shout. Sometimes, the simple foods are the ones that stay with us the longest. Imagine a food that can look like meat, taste like meat, cook like meat, but comes entirely from plants. A food so versatile, it can blend into stews, sizzle on the grill, or be thinly sliced for sandwiches. It's not magic, it's Seitan. And for those looking to protect their kidneys without sacrificing protein, it just might become your new secret weapon. Seitan, pronounced Seitan, is made from wheat gluten, the protein-rich part of wheat that gives bread its chewy texture. And chewiness is exactly what Seitan brings to the table. Dense, hearty, and meaty in texture, it's a favorite among plant-based cooks, and anyone seeking a satisfying meat-like experience without the saturated fats or cholesterol found in animal products. Now let's be clear, seitan is not for everyone. If you have celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, this isn't the option for you. But for those who tolerate gluten well, it's a remarkably efficient source of protein, about 21 grams per 3-ounce serving, with almost no fat and very little phosphorus, making it gentle on the kidneys. And while it might be new to your kitchen, cooking with seitan is easier than you think. Try this. Slice it into strips and saute with olive oil, garlic, and low-sodium soy sauce. Add in bell peppers and broccoli, and in just 10 minutes, you've got a protein-packed stir-fry with color, texture, and bold flavor, without a single ounce of animal meat. Craving something cozy and familiar? Season your seitan with herbs like thyme and paprika, then roast it in the oven until it's slightly crisp outside and tender inside. Serve it with mashed sweet potatoes and steamed green beans for a Sunday dinner. Feel that's both nostalgic and kidney smart. Missing your favorite sandwich? Marinate thin slices of seitan in lemon juice, black pepper, and garlic powder. Then sear until golden brown. Pile onto whole grain bread with crisp lettuce and tomato, and you've got a deli-style lunch that fuels your day while caring for your kidneys. Want to keep it ultra simple? Most grocery stores now carry pre-seasoned seitan in the refrigerated section. Just check the label for sodium content, warm it in a skillet, and pair with your favorite sides. It's one of the quickest ways to get quality protein onto your plate with almost zero prep time. But beyond convenience, seitan invites something deeper, a willingness to try something new. And that mindset, curious, open, adaptable, is one of the greatest strengths we can carry with us as we age. When you embrace new foods that support your health, you're not giving something up. You're expanding your choices. You're writing a new story, one where taking care of your kidneys doesn't mean shrinking your world, but growing into it. Seitan may not be something you grew up with, but maybe that's what makes it special. It's a reminder that health is a journey, that you're never done learning, exploring, and becoming stronger, in body and in spirit. So if you're looking for a new way to meet your protein needs without taxing your kidneys, give this protein chameleon a try. Let it surprise you. Let it nourish you. Let it remind you that you are still evolving, and your meals can too. Thank you for spending this time with us today. We hope you're walking away not only with ideas for your next meal, but with a renewed sense of confidence, knowing that good food can still be joyful, healing, and deeply satisfying. If this video spoke to you, subscribe to Home Nutrite for weekly tips that celebrate your strength, spirit, and story. We're here to help you live well, age boldly, and stay inspired every step of the way. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Which of these proteins are you most excited to try this week? Or maybe you already have a go-to kidney-friendly meal that helps you feel your best. Share it in the comments so others can be inspired by your journey too. And if you found this helpful, share it with someone you care about. Because living well is better when we do it together. If you enjoyed this video, comment 1 to let me know. If not, comment 2. Your thought mattered to me either way.